Welcome to round 4 from the Leek rapid play. So now I'm on 1 out of 3. The only hope I've got to get some money is the slow starter prize, where the people, like, it starts after round 3. If you're on like a low score and you're like, say if I won last 3, I'd get some money. But I was playing Peter Lovatt 167 ECF. I think this is a long play rather than a rapid as well. Decent player, wins majors, competitive in opens. Not easy, and I'm on 1 out of 3 as well. I played e4, he played Sicilian, he played e6, so I decided to shake it out of the open Sicilian and played the King's Indian attack, because I'd looked at a few games in some book by Ems, and he actually played down the line which I'd looked at in quite a lot of detail, but I couldn't remember really any precise moves. So you see the point of the King's Indian attack is we've got a nice reverse King's Indian position. So I'm aiming for a kingside attack. It's e5, knight d7, rook e1, queen c7 and queen e2, b5. So I'm liking the King's Indian. Black, like white as in the King's Indian, black has more space. So he's aiming to launch a pawn storm on the queen side. I played knight f1, just a maneuver. So the plan is to play h4, knight h2 to g4 ideas. So we played a5, I played h4, so the basic idea is that it uses pawn as some kind of battering ram where I can advance to h5. If it gets to h6 and forces g6, then f6 becomes very weak and there's potential sacks and that. But if he plays h6 in answer to h5, there's also potential sacrifices on h6. This is a very dangerous plan, this. With bishop h6, maybe a bit slow. Knight 1 to h2. And we played b4, so maybe plans of c4. I played b3 to stop that, but this move turns out to be very weakening, as you're going to see. Maybe I should just have got on with it with knight g4, or maybe h5. I played b3. Knight came to b6, preparing c4 ideas to smash open the queen side. Knight g4, rook ac8. I played h5. So I've got my plan of playing h6 and trying to get a piece to open the king's side. Played knight d4, where I would be unwise to take because although it gives him double pawns, this c file is very. In fact, the c file is going to make c2 drop. So I played queen back to d1. He played h6 to stop me playing h6 myself. So now I've got to look out for sacks on h6, but they don't seem to work currently. Say oh, actually, this might be interesting. I also actually a sack on h6. Bishop takes h6. So I've got ideas maybe queen swinging the queen round. Ideas are maybe knight h4 and queen g4 check mating. So maybe black's got to let his rook drop. Yeah, I think black has to give the material back, because if he moves his rook, then knight takes d4. I think, yeah, knight takes d4 wins. Because if the knight is captured, then that is mating. And of course, if we can't take it back, and then he's gonna be 2 pawns down, so black has to give the exchange back. So that was an interesting idea. He's played bishop f4. So now I've got maybe knight f6 cheapos in some lines. He played knight f5. So this knight is now very annoying. So I swapped it off. And he played d4. So his plan is to get a knight to c3, but I thought c3 is irrelevant. And I thought now I've got more dangerous attacks. I played bishop d2. He played knight d5, and I played queen c1. So it gets out the knight's range, and also maybe threatens a sack on h6. So that's the point of playing h5, because I provoked h6. There's now potential sacrificing ideas to break through. So say continue with knight c3. I was wondering, does the sack work on h6? Not sure. I don't think I've got enough pieces, because the knight on c3 is actually stopping rook e4 to g4 ideas. And if knight g5 or h4, the knight can always be eliminated by that bishop, so I don't think there's enough here. We played king h7, worried about the sacks. It is rapid play, so sacks are more dangerous. I played g4, aiming to play g5 and rip open lines. And now I think though, if you just play something like maybe bishop b7, I don't think g5 is actually as strong as it looks. Just take it. Knight take. I think if knight takes, we can just play king back to g8, and I've got nothing. And if bishop takes g5, maybe that's a bit more dangerous. Trying to swap off this defensive bishop. But even then, I think we just ignore it and plonk a knight in on c3, stopping it. Potential rook lifts, and this is fine for black. But my opponent panicked and went g5 himself, which is of course a blunder because I could take en passant and win h6. So now I'm a pawn up and I've opened black's king up. So not a bad start. Of course now his rook's under attack. He played rook fe8. I played knight g5 check, another powerful move which effectively wins his dark square bishops, and then my dark square bishop becomes unopposed and very strong. Of course the bishop can't be taken because that wins the queen. Just takes it. Like queen takes. I think bishop takes is stronger. And I have to say knight c3. Bishop f6. This is practically killing on the spot. I've got ideas maybe of moving my bishop and then move my king to g2 and then rook h1 with mate attack. This is just really, we're going to win this position really quickly. But pawn queen takes g5 was he played queen e7, which should be still very good for white. I played bishop e4, forced him to take me. I've got two monstrous bishops and I'm a pawn up. He played knight c3. And now I should just play. I played a good move actually, but f3 seems best, and then whoops. So knight takes, I play f takes and rip open the f file. I played king g2, played knight takes e4, and now of course I have to play d takes e4. But I didn't like the look of that because he's going to play c4, d3 ideas. But rook takes e4 is just a complete tactical oversight. So he's playing bishop b7, and much to my horror, I have just dropped an exchange. Rather embarrassingly. This is very bad mistake. It seems, however, that it leads to a forced draw. Actually, lost the exchange, so maybe it's not too bad. But rook h1 check, king g8. If king g7, by the way, that's a blunder because bishop f6 check. And wherever the king goes, if it goes to f7, then rook h7 wins the bishop, which is also going to win the rook, which should be very good. And if king, say king f8, we go check and check. So the bishop drops anyway. So he has to play king g8, which he did sadly. I played bishop f6, trying to get some perpetual something, so he takes the rook. And then he spent ages on this position and played g5, which I think, although it does avoid the draw, it seems to give white the better chances because I'll have 2 pawns for the exchange. It's a very bizarre move, I found it, but it's actually not that bad. If you have to play something like, say, c4, natural move. Oh, I've done it again. I have check, king f7, check, check, check. So of course he did this to avoid the draw, which is a bit strange to say he's been losing all game. Bishop takes g5. I just took the pawn. So now I've got 2 pawns for the exchange. Maybe I can try and win again. Must have been my rain that made him play one for a win. But actually it still seems to be a draw because the king f7. I could play rook h7 check. I think the idea was king g6. I think that's why I played g5. But I'm not sure what to follow in this position. Actually, my rook and bishop are being forked. So that's no good. Oh, actually I've got Rook H5. Then he's got Rook H8. Rook takes, Bishop E7. Has to play Rook C8 and then F4. White, I think White will find this position. I played Bishop F6, trying to keep his king locked in. He played Rook G8. I played G5. He played C4, getting some counterplay going. I played check. He played King F8. So now I can play if I want. Bishop E7 check. King E8. Bishop F6. If he tries D3, I play on C takes D3 and C3. I have Rook at H1. But in the game, I played Rook A7, which is actually a complete horrific blunder, which is losing the game instantly. Because he just played D3. And I thought this was nothing. I thought I could just play Rook D7 at the end of it. But what I realised to my horror is that after C takes D3, he played C3. And this passed pawn actually cannot be stopped at all. I played Bishop E7 check, hoping it led to summit. He plays King E8. And when I was trying to work out a defence, which there isn't one, I actually lost on time, but it's lost anyway. I was going to resign and then I clocked it for me. But yeah, I was very angry after this game, that's for sure, because I was winning and pushing a strong player a pawn up, then I blundered an exchange rather stupidly. And then somehow lost his forced position by allowing him to queen and missing that simple pawn breakthrough. This is another game that just shows how far I've got to go before I become even a decent player, let alone a strong player. But I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave any comments and thoughts. Thanks very much.